Hello everyone, welcome to the Game Shed with me, Jamie,
and me, Mark.
Hello. Yeah. Today we're going to be doing a retro gaming related pickup video, what we've managed to obtain over the last couple of weeks or so.
Yep, our first video as such.
As of this kind of style, yeah. So Mark, do you want to get things rolling, because you've been quite busy?
Yeah, we've kind of
stuff up in you.
We've picked up so much stuff that this kind of video makes sense, doesn't it? You know what I mean?
That's it. Try and keep on top of stuff. So I mean, this is a record for us more than anything, because we don't know what's going on.
We got no idea what the hell's going on. No. That's just in general.
That's it. So
right, so
where do you want to go? Because we've got a hell of a lot to get through.
Okay, first things first. Let's just go for a simple one. I went to Computer Exchange because we'd had a request for some Crash Bandicoot stuff, innit?
Yeah, we did. Where was this Computer Exchange?
It was in Stevenage. I've kind of lost it. There it is. God.
Hang on, there's a lot of stuff to get through.
Stuff. Right, okay.
So in Stevenage Computer Exchange.
Yeah, and they had a few bits and bobs, but what I saw was Crash Tag Team Racing, which we will do a video of. We're going to give that a go. That was £3, which ain't too bad at all.
I mean, PS2 games generally go for a couple quid anyway, but Crash games generally a bit more, so not a bad shout really, mate.
Exactly. Added on to that, FIFA 2001 for 50p.
We big football gaming fans, and we've got a hell of a lot of them. FIFA especially.
So 50p.
Not going to say no.
That's less than a can of Coke.
Ooh, it is actually.
Yeah, because it's about 60p.
It's about roughly 60p. Depending on if you're getting a tourist rate or not. Yeah,
and finally I bought Black and Bruised, which is a bit random, a bit of a GameCube
fanatic, you
fighting game. But yeah, I'm a GameCube nut job, so I'll just add that to the collection. Yeah.
So how much? That was £1.50. That.
Yeah, so £5. No, sorry, £6 on those three.
That's not a bad shout,
mate.
Not
bad. Your turn.
Okay, so we're gonna drop away from that generation, step back one generation. This all started when one of our Twitter followers, a guy called Andrew, hello mate.
Hello mate.
If you want to follow him, it's @RetroCollie.
And we have a retro gaming collection
of his retro gaming collection on our website. Details will be all up at the end of this video.
We'll put a little thing up here or something.
Something like that, yeah. So he got in touch with us, and he's got more access to flea markets and the like, not being a Londoner, because us as Londoners, we generally get ruined for buying
even charity shops.
Games. Yeah, charity shops are phenomenal. I saw a game recently in a charity shop, PS2 game, no, a PS1 game for £8.
What game is it?
It was what was it? I forget. It'll probably come back to me.
That's a PS1 game.
Banjo-Kazooie, I think.
Right.
£8. I mean, fair play, but they're kind of pricing themselves out of the market.
PS1 games are generally pretty rubbish.
Yeah, but I mean, that is a collector's.
They're becoming retro, aren't they? They're becoming collector's items.
Yeah, so I mean, he got in touch and asked me if I was interested in a couple PS1 titles, and I was. So he grabbed us this. Now, he did explain the box was a bit tatty. It's Cool Borders 2 for PS1.
Nice.
So very nice of him to send us that. He purchased it, I believe, for about £1 or so. Good value. We've got the instructions and whatnot in there. Cool Borders 2.
Yep.
So that then, me being the kind of guy who likes a complete collection, thought, why not get hold of number one, mint condition. It was about £1 as well.
Is that a charity shop or?
That was a charity shop. In North London. £1. Can't say.
Some charity shops are half decent and they don't mess you about.
That's it.
And they just get a game and they'll go £1 or 50p or whatever.
We wish more were like that, but they're not, as you.
I find some every so often.
You'll see this through this video that we do generally get ripped off as Londoners. So talking about Cool Borders at work with my work colleagues, got chatting about another PS1 classic of the sort of similar style, which was Courier Crisis.
Random.
Very sort of paperboy style-y set, sort of nowadays, if you like, or the PS1 time. That was about £1. That was on eBay Saturday. Specifically fished that out because someone wanted to make us to make a video of that, so we will do.
So we'll do, definitely.
So yeah, definitely. 3 of those for about £3. Not going to complain there.
No, exactly. I suppose to go with that,
go for it.
I'll move on to a couple of things I grabbed at a car boot sale. First things first.
Pow.
PS1.
The original, not the PS1 as it's known, the slim thing.
ONE.
Yeah, this is the original PlayStation.
I can't believe how big this is.
Some of you lot out there watching this video may not have even seen one of these.
Yeah, you can see it's massive. It's tonk.
I mean, wow.
So yeah, there you go. And I got that for a massive £2.
£2.
Yeah, I bartered them down from £2.50. They were like, "Give me £2.50." I was like, "No, I can't. I'm not having it. I'll give you £2 and that's it."
You're a dangerous man.
Yeah, and then a couple of stalls up, there was a lady selling, obviously her son's N64. Now I thought about the N64 and I said, "Oh, how much do you want for it?" She had a box with the N64 and a bunch of games, a few random colour controllers, yellow, red, whatever. And I thought about it and I was like, "How much?" And she said £30, and I was like, "No way, no." And she was obviously selling it for her son, and her son had said, "Oh, I want this much for it." So I then said, "Oh, what about the games in division?" She said, "Yeah, I can sell the games." So I said, "How much for?" And she was like, £2.50 each. I said, "How about 3 for a £5?" So I picked up.
Check this out, 3
bargains.
for a £5.
So that's Star Wars Rogue Squadron.
We do like Rogue.
On eBay is about a tenner at least, just on its own.
We do like the Rogue Squadron series. Check this one. This next one. Bootylicious.
Zelda, the Ocarina of Time.
Yeah.
Now, obviously, if you've had an N64, you would have had this game.
Or
this is just one of the best Zelda games on the N64.
I mean, if you didn't own that game, you need to get out really. Stop the video.
Another one worth about 10 or 15 quid. Ridiculous, just the cartridge. Yeah, without the box, nothing. And
so it's worth picking these up.
The third one I got was Pokemon Snap. Now, I've never played this. I have no idea what it's like, and I'm sure there's people out there who love it.
We're a generation just before that, really.
Yeah, I suppose. Yeah, we never really did the whole Pokemon thing. But
while we're doing that, I mean, while we're still talking about the whole generational Pokemon thing, I have an admission, which was last weekend. So we're talking about a late July weekend 2012. I played my first Pokemon game.
Wow.
Ever. It was how do you even pronounce it? Pokepark or Poke Park?
Pokepark.
Is it called Pokepark?
I think it's Poke Park.
Whatever. But I played my first ever one because I mean, I don't know, when did Pokemon come out? I was way too old for it.
I think so. I mean, my brother-in-law loved Pokemon on the Game Boy,
and he's a fair bit younger than us.
And he will never forgive me for something I did with his Pokemon game, which was I borrowed it and wiped it without realising and lost all his little Pokemons that he collected. He was not happy. To this day, he's 24. He still tells me off about it.
Wow. So people love the Pokemons, but
people
I
do.
played my first and it was fairly enjoyable. Don't hate me, but it is a generation after me.
It's a patience game as well, isn't it? It's something you have to play a lot.
I'm kind of all about that.
Just do it.
In your face.
Playing,
really
shooting things.
Go and make a friend with a bunny rabbit.
Yeah, it's a bit odd. It is I don't know.
Pokemon Snap, 3 for a £5. Those 3 games for a £5. What are you going to say about that?
£7 I spent at the car boot. I got a PS1 and 3 N64 games.
Eat that, bargain hunters.
Bargains.
So our next pickup is on one of our preferred sellers on eBay, who Mark generally you've got a bit of rapport with, so you make deals here and there and everywhere. Recently my Mega Drive 2 died.
Oh,
poor little thing. So we've been on the lookout for one, and we managed to get this one at a reasonable price. Now, just this, no wires. It did come with one original red button pad. You grab that, and one original white button pad. All that plus a bonus gift for £10, which is, I've actually got it out of the box. It comes in the box. Here's the box. This is the, what's it called?
Sensible Soccer.
Sensible Soccer Sega Mega Drive.
Yeah.
Now, what it comprises of is 2 utterly rubbish plastic nasty pad replicas of the Mega Drive pad.
Awful.
In
the right colours?
Straight, yeah, good colours, red and blue. So football fans, red and blue. Opposition comes with the mono output for your TV, and it comes with this, which is effectively a mini Mega Drive.
Pow!
It doesn't have any inputs on it, so you can't shove a cartridge.
Can't actually
into
do
it.
anything with it.
Anything with this, but as a bonus, all this has got on it is Sensible Soccer, which is an utterly fantastic game. I'm
Brilliant.
not going to knock it at all. I mean, if you're a big fan, you might want this permanently plugged into the telly. You might love it.
Yeah.
But in this huge box, which contains Sensible Soccer, which is about 4K's worth of game, there are special bonus 2 additional games. What are those games?
Cannon Fodder, remember that one?
Cannon Fodder,
classic, brilliant.
And
Megalomania. Now I remember the cover of it. I'm going to kind of put it like that and see if you can see it. Megalomania, I remember the cover, but I can't remember the game. It's one of those that control a newborn world. It's creative,
like a Fate Sim City.
Yeah.
This, we're going to have to do something with this, because I don't want that in the house, quite frankly. It's a third party piece of rubbish, so get rid of that.
Yeah.
And
there we go.
that was our next pickup. Mark, I believe you got
from the same person,
the same seller, the preferred
While
seller.
I was picking up the Mega Drive, she said, "Oh, do you want any PS2 games?" I said, "Yeah, we're always interested."
We got PS2, we got PS2 Slim, we got excuse me while I disappear. We got PS2 Slim, we got PS2 Fat, backwards compatible one. We got various PS2 memory cards lying around. We got all sorts.
There's the fat one.
There's the thin one. Look at that. Tiny.
Look at the difference. Ridiculous.
Tiny little things.
How did that
This
happen?
has got the inbuilt network access as well, so you can go back
so
and
much
go
better.
online.
So much better.
I actually picked this up about a month ago with a load of PS2 games and one PS1 game. PS2 games with a complete GTA, including San Andreas, etc., and a PS1 game. No controllers, but it did have all wires, and that came to a tenner, including delivery. In fact, it cost them more than £10 to send me this, because I looked at the postage label on there. So I win on that. But yes, back to your PS2 haul.
Sorry, yes. Let me just. I'm gonna run through these very quickly.
Very quickly.
So many.
So
right, as you can see here, that's one bundle. So we've got Spider-Man 2, Open Season, FIFA Football, LMA, Pro Evo, Metal Gear Solid 2, Medal of Honor, Ben 10, Need for Speed, Carbon, Need for Speed Pro Street, Tom Clancy's Splinter Cell, Tony Hawk's, and Need for Speed Underground. So that's just one.
That's a stack.
That's one stack.
Oh, one stack. Oh. There's another stack.
The second stack is the better stack. I've kind of organised them into Crash Bandicoot, The Wrath of Cortex. Yes. Everybody's Golf, Virtua Tennis 2, Crash of the Titans, which is another Crash Bandicoot type game. Space Invaders Anniversary, which is cool. I'll show that.
This hologrammed up, you might recognise this. Very good, very
nice.
good. What's it got on here actually? It's all new 3D and versus mode, 9 different versions of Space Invaders, and it's got a virtual arcade to bring back those memories. So that is a quality little purchase.
That was worth it just for that, really.
Alone.
Yeah.
What else you got?
UEFA Champions League, random football game.
Look at this. Now, us retro gamers, sometimes we like to digress, but on a newer system.
I'm trying not to put it in front of your face.
That's right, don't worry about my face.
Midway Arcade Treasures.
Let me read off some of these. Spy Hunter, Defender 2, Gauntlet, you should know about this game.
Yes, that's
Joust 2, Paperboy, Rampage, Marble Madness, Robotron 2084, Smash TV, Bubbles, Road Blaster, Rampart, Sinistar 720, Super Sprint, Tubin, Klax, Splat, Satan's Hollow, Vindicators, and Root Beer Tapper.
Root Beer Tapper.
Remember that? Whoa.
Blimey. No, I remember Paperboy.
Yeah, I got about 5 of them games on there.
Paperboy, one of our most.
It's got DVD in here as well, allegedly.
One of our most watched videos on YouTube, though.
There's DVD content on here, which includes game histories, developer interviews, top secret documents.
It's worth it.
I'm not even going to tell you what's on those top secret documents.
No.
Do you remember them?
Amazing.
Oh, weren't they good?
Anyway, to finish, Hitman Casino Challenge.
That, in case you haven't got ID to go to a casino.
You might want to just sit at home on your own.
That's it. You could
playing poker against the computer.
Just pretend you're in Vegas, really.
And not actually winning anything. If you played it online, you might actually win something.
Don't enforce
FIFA
gambling
09.
on people.
Yeah,
Don't
sorry.
gamble,
Ignore that. Crash and Burn. Devil May Cry 3.
Winner.
Call of Duty.
Perfect.
Now, not only.
Oh, here we go.
After all that lot, she then said to me, "Do you have an Xbox?" Whoops.
You've got a guitar there.
I said yes, and she gave. Well, I grabbed these two beauties.
Halo
1 and 2.
Pow.
Bargains. I got those for about £5, I think, for the pair.
It's alright.
And there's more.
There's more from the same person. Look at that. FIFA 96, which strangely we've got for the Saturn. What have we got? We've got FIFA 97 and 8.
Yeah.
Don't have FIFA 96.
Yeah.
So
absolutely brilliant. So
nice.
that'll sit nicely in the collection.
Yeah.
And finally, I think this is it.
Yeah, we'll call this the final part
Just
of our collection. Some Dreamcast.
Some Dreamcast games. We've got Toy Racer.
Toy Racer.
Jeremy McGraw Supercross 2000.
Yeah.
Ultimate Fighting Championship.
UFC.
Put it in front of your face. And NFL Blitz 2000.
Too frightened to play that one.
Yeah, I think
don't know the rules.
Little bit random.
Yeah.
Those Dreamcast games, just pretty poor.
So that's all from the
To be
same
fair.
seller.
But yeah, all that whole
Including
bundle.
the Mega Drive.
I actually swapped for an Xbox and an old GameCube because they were spares.
And we've got Xboxes and GameCubes galore lying around. So
absolutely brilliant.
Perfect, really.
Yeah. Did we get anything else? Oh,
yeah, we've got a few more bits. I've got some stuff.
You go now then.
I'll go now. Okay. I on a Saturday like to go into our local shopping area with my missus. There's a couple charity shops in there. It's very overpriced, but occasionally there's a few games that are in there that we need in the collection. Now, this unfortunately was picked up. It's Virtua Tennis 2 for the PS2. It was picked up the very same week that Mark picked up a copy for the PS2 of Virtua Tennis 2. I paid £2. Mark paid
75p, I think.
Yeah, mine has no instructions.
Yeah, 75p.
Here we go. Look at this. £1.99. I don't know if you can see that. Just in the middle there, £1.99, and yours, clear as day, 75p on the front there.
That was Computer Exchange as well.
And this is nothing. Yeah, Computer Exchange. Never tell us they are overpriced again.
Computer Exchange undercut a charity shop. That just shows
Considerably
how ridiculous charity shops are getting.
What am I saying about that? Get rid.
So if you own a charity shop,
you're bad.
You're bad. You're just ruining us.
So for the same price, really, on the same shop. Got this. Now this, I do enjoy quite a lot.
Yes.
It's SSX free. Also from same charity shop, the world famous Fam of Ox.
I think there's a new one coming out on the PS3.
There is.
Soon.
This is SSX free, very enjoyable, £2.
Brilliant.
So
nice.
let me move on to my not so
rubbish.
Well, not really, not the not so picked up randomly in a random place. These were more targeted auctions on eBay. Now we had a request for a particular Super Nintendo game from one of our Twitter followers recently, and it was for this. Pow!
Boom!
He held that boom for a while.
Worth it.
It's actually it was worth it. Top-down shooter, shoot 'em up. Got that for very low price. I'm kind of embarrassed to tell you.
Keep it still. Or not.
It was a tenner. It was £10.
Bargain.
This fetches a lot more on eBay, but
boxed as well.
I've got tricks on eBay that don't want to share with you lot yet because you'll be robbing stuff off me. So that was the first one. Now, this is
special.
This is why we've kind of held this to not to last. We've got one more little segment to follow, but this is the final sort of pick up.
Yeah.
We have covered a lot of retro gaming collections on our website, and a lot of people who collect Sega Saturn stuff find a couple of games really, really hard to get.
Yeah.
Now, one of these games is a game by the name of Maximum Force. It's a light gun game. It's a shooting, arcade style jobby pow, and it's practically impossible to find. One or two come up on eBay per half year, I'd say. Now, this is Maximum Force. This is one of the rarest Saturn PAL games. That's right, PAL. So for UK, Australia, and the like. Now, I know for a fact that the very last one that sold on eBay sold about 3 months ago, and it sold to somebody we've interviewed who's got a complete Sega Saturn, complete Sega Mega Drive, Master System collection. He paid, and I actually was watching this auction at the time. There were two on eBay at the same time. He paid the lower of the two, £110. Fair price? would you pay £110 for Maximum Force? Mark.
I wonder how much is this going to be worth in 20 years? That's my question.
Well, if it's worth £110 now, I mean, because it's quite rare.
A lot.
Do I look like I'm about to pay £110 for a game? Would you say?
No.
Cut me a deal.
Not being a Londoner.
Cut me a deal.
And needing a deal.
I'll pay half price. Shall I pay half price?
No.
50 quid? No, I won't pay 50 quid.
I want to go lower.
I don't want to go lower. How about 40 quid?
No, lower.
Lower than 40.
I want to go as low as you can go.
I went, including delivery, 25.
25 nicker?
25 nicker for that. Pow. And it wasn't an auction, it was a buy it now.
And
some silly glum put it on buy it now. I saw it instantly. Gone.
Bosh.
Gone.
I got a text straight away saying, look at this, what I've just bought. Oh
yeah.
My god, yeah.
Yeah, and we shared in celebration.
Yeah.
Because this was not like that.
I didn't know what you were talking about at the time.
Yeah, I was quite excited.
And then I realised.
This actually, I think it now completes my Sega Saturn light gun games collection.
Yeah.
I've got Area 51, Virtua Cop,
House of the Dead.
House of Dead, I don't know, Crypt Killer.
Random.
Yeah.
There's a video of that on YouTube.
Maximum Force. And look, let's just show you inside, because it's quite an exciting time if you know about, say, Saturn games. Yeah, boy. Fully complete. Yeah, that's right. Share in my wonderment. So, moving on. That's the find of the year.
Yes,
for me,
that is.
quite frankly.
That's brilliant.
So we're going to move along. We've recently celebrated Mark's birthday. In fact, as recently as the week the Olympics started. So happy birthday, Mark.
I was, yes. Thank you.
I haven't said happy birthday. No, I did. I said
you did.
happy birthday.
On the 23rd, yeah. That was my
so
birthday.
I've got a couple other pickups, and now Mark is a GameCube collector, so I grabbed him a couple games. One classic and one he's never got involved with before. So can you see these? What are they?
There we go. Final Fantasy Crystal Chronicles.
Now Mark owns every single Game Boy, and there is the opportunity to plug in your SP.
Yeah, it's got a little picture on the back, but you can see it.
Probably
but
not.
There you go.
Forget it.
Yeah. It's got
Game Boy SP
on the back
for further wonderment.
Yeah. So you can get those cables are so expensive.
Yes, they are. So we're gonna have to keep a lookout for the cables.
Yeah. So if any of you want to sell us a bunch of cables real cheap,
that's it. Thumbs up.
Yeah.
And now this one is actually 18-wheeler Pro American Trucker, I think.
Yeah, American Pro Trucker.
American Pro Trucker.
Absolutely brilliant.
This, we've done a video previously on the Sega Dreamcast. We love it. We used to play this back in the day on the arcade in the big
proper truck thing.
Proper truck
was
arcade
wicked.
cabinet.
Yeah.
So I just thought, because he collects, and he hasn't played a Final Fantasy game, get him a Final Fantasy game, and because he loves that, give him that as well. So
thank you very much.
that's right. That's kind of our games and stuff. But you did get another birthday present.
Yeah, this was from
your wife.
my wife and my lovely children. It is a crystal white 3DS.
3DS.
Yes.
Now tonight, when he brought this round, this was the first time I've ever played one, and I think my reaction kind of summed it up. I'm
definitely.
very hard to impress. I've got a frown line on my face from being unimpressed the whole time.
Yeah.
You're like the happy one.
Yeah, I'm quite
grumpy
easily
one.
impressed. Yeah.
And
This is the first time you played it, right? Properly.
I had to sit down.
Yeah.
I was stunned. I haven't experienced a headache or anything yet, but I was stunned. It was stunning. It is stunning. It's amazing.
It really is amazing.
I've only had 10 minutes on it, but I'm blown away.
I even bought Kirby from the store, the old NES game, and that's in 3D as well. Mind blowing.
You need to think, like, if they're releasing old school games in 3D, I mean, the potential, Super Mario Kart original SNES version,
in 3D.
F-Zero in 3D.
F-Zero, that would look amazing.
So,
it's just such a shame they're so blooming expensive.
How much do you pay for
Because Kirby was about £4.50 or something.
It's not really acceptable, is it?
Right, considering you could emulate for free, basically.
But not the 3D element, you're paying for
it's
just
the 3D
element.
yeah.
But
exactly.
it really does make a difference. It's really wonderful. Just bringing the retro games to 3D, it makes it so much more enjoyable. I don't know why. I don't know what it is about it. It's just so much more depth.
Brilliant.
It's all
Absolutely
there.
brilliant
Package.
I'm due a copy of Mario Kart 7, but at the moment I'm just playing Mario 3D, and it's brilliant. And I must say, my wife and my kids have probably played it more than I have.
The swines.
The swines. And my oldest son's actually completed it and is now playing as Luigi. So
nice.
So I'm right in the middle of writing a review about this, which will come up probably in the next few days. So yeah, check that out when you get a chance on the website.
Which is well, the address is just here somewhere down there. There you go, down there. Woo. There's the address for our website.
Yeah, that's the one.
And remember to get in touch with us on Twitter.
Yep. Is that going to be along there?
Yeah, I'll put it along our faces.
Yeah.
There we go.
Yeah.
And until the next pickup videos, we'll have just procured tons more rubbish, really.
Yeah.
I mean, this was just the case of, what, a couple of weeks?
Yeah.
A couple of weeks.
It was literally 2 to 3 weeks.
And we spent nothing.
Yeah.
Nothing.
So little for what we got. It's crazy.
Yeah, and maybe we'll tell you how to barter sharpish like Mark does, or pick up a little eBay bargain or two like I did.
Yeah, we love to see if you guys have picked up anything on Twitter. There's loads of that going on. Weekend car boots and stuff. It's hilarious.
Yeah, drop us a line. We'll retweet you to our thousands of followers.
Yeah,
thousands. 1,000.
Yeah, 1,200 and something.
Yeah.
So yeah, there you
right.
go.
Until next time.
Thanks for watching,
Jamie,
and I'm Mark.
Bye bye.
Bye bye.